Today we're going to talk about a foundation under $15 from the drugstore. It's L'Oreal's Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. It is brand new, and this is supposed to be amazing for mature skin. We'll have to find out. Alright you guys, let's get started. So this L'Oreal foundation just launched. I got it at Target. It's $11.99 at Target. It usually kind of goes up a little bit at Ulta, and then on the L'Oreal website, it's actually $15.99. So your best bet is getting it at Target. Use my link below. This foundation is pretty popular right now, so I am excited to give it a go. I'm not usually a drugstore foundation person, so I'm really tempted to see how this is gonna work. Let's look at the Target website and check out the details. So we have a makeup specifically designed for mature skin. Age Perfect by L'Oreal Paris Cosmetics is a carefully formulated foundation that provides your skin with vitamin B3 and hydrating serum while also being suitable for sensitive skin. That was the key word for me because I have extremely sensitive skin. Radiant Serum Foundation evens the tone, providing natural radiant coverage that doesn't settle into lines. All the benefits of a radiant foundation with the added advantage of all-day hydration and SPF 50. It is a liquid buildable medium coverage, and again, its purpose is for anti-aging and smoothing. So you can check out the ingredients right there. There is obviously not a wide range of colors. It is a drugstore foundation. I don't feel like they typically have foundations that just range in all these different colors for every different skin tone. So you will kind of have to play around with it. I would recommend going to Target for this and ordering it online, getting a couple different colors, and then you can return the ones that don't work for you. I didn't do that, and I ended up with the wrong color. So I went with a 50 Golden Beige, and it was way too light for my skin. I was able to kind of play around with it, put the bronzer, warm up my skin tone a little bit, use my Armani darkening serum to kind of help it gradually build some color, but it still just wasn't enough. So I will have to exchange this for a different color, but let's get started because I don't want to take too much time talking. So L'Oreal has this Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation with sunscreen, and there's 50, but like any makeup product that has sunscreen, I wouldn't rely heavily on the sunscreen. And a lot of times sunscreen can actually negatively impact your skin, especially when it comes to makeup and people that are more hypersensitive to it. So just be cautious, but I was really excited to try this out and see if it works. I didn't know what color I was. I ordered it on Target.com, so you can use my link below. And I'm not sure if this is actually going to match my skin. So we'll see. It's kind of like, it almost has like a peachy undertone to it on this one. But we'll see. We'll just try it out. So typically with products like this where they kind of run, if you can see how it's like kind of running down the back of my hand, I would typically use that with a brush. Oh my goodness, I forgot to put primer on. I'm so getting back into this that I didn't even remember to do that. Let's go ahead and use my TATCHA. I'm going to talk about all my Sephora favorites in the next video, but this is one of the products I bought off the VIB sale, so let's go with that first. And TATCHA had the original Silk Canvas, which is more of like a pomade type product, which I liked, but I didn't absolutely love. You guys, I couldn't wait to use this product because I have been so excited to try it out because TATCHA is such an amazing skincare and makeup, or actually it's more like skincare line. Oh my goodness, this primer is so silky soft. I absolutely love it. Yes, it is on the pricier end, but it's absolutely worth it, especially if you have mature skin. I mean, a lot of the times we can't really, cut ourselves short when it comes to products because we want products that are gonna make us look more youthful and not make us look older. So if you want to stay young and healthy, sometimes you gotta put out the money. But hey, we're gonna try to save money on this L'Oreal Age Perfect, and this is $12.99 again. So again, look at how runny that is. So be really careful, be mindful of that. We're gonna take my Sigma F80 brush that I always use. We'll go with the gold one today. since this one I just cleaned. And we're just gonna roll that around and see what we can get on this product. I mean, I could try a beauty blender, but honestly, you guys, I really think that the brush is gonna be your best friend when it comes to this product. Oh, this is a little too light for me. Oh boy. Yeah, that's way too light. Okay, I am actually gonna take, I know it's kind of expensive. This is the Armani Maestro, and this basically kind of darkens up your foundation. I've had this for, oh my goodness, I think like 3 years almost. It lasts a long time. I think you can only get it on their website though. I don't think Sephora carries it, but I'll link it below if they do. So this is just gonna kind of give it a little bit more color, as you can see, which will help it match my skin better. We're just gonna do it this way. I feel like this is the kind of foundation where I'm gonna be packing this on. It's not gonna be a light layer. For someone like me that likes full coverage, or medium coverage at least. See how that already helped darken up that foundation? You can make it work. You can also even take like a darker foundation and mix it together too if you don't wanna purchase the Armani one. But honestly, I have searched for a dupe for this Armani one and there's no dupe for it. It is amazing. And like I said, I've had this for almost 3 years. So you don't use a lot of it, and mainly it's for like during the winter or summer months because you don't want to waste your lighter foundation and you can mix it. Okay, so this is a nice radiant finish. Not too bad. I'm gonna show you at the end of the video, I actually had my cousin try this on her skin because I have dry skin, more normal to dry skin, but more on the dry side, especially depending on the months, and she has extremely oily skin. So we're like complete opposites, and she also has mature skin, so I thought she'd be a really good person to kind of test out the foundation and kind of give you guys an idea. If you have more oily skin, you're like, well, Christy, my skin's oily, so that's not gonna work for me. Well, this will help you decide on whether you have dry skin or oily skin. And she was a good trooper and filmed a portion of this video for me at the end. She wore it for about 6 hours. I'm gonna do about an 8-hour wear test today. You guys, actually, this is a really beautiful foundation. It's, again, a very light, very natural coverage, and you can even go more natural than this. I went on a little bit thicker in that first application, and you'd probably have to. You can actually go a lot lighter. Handed, I should say. I would not recommend a beauty blender with this product. Do you, do what makes you feel better, but honestly, I think it's going to apply a lot better with a brush or with your hands. Now, I had my cousin using her hands because I knew I was going to use a brush. I'll show a picture right there of what it looked like after she applied it with her fingertips, and that was the first layer, and it looks really good. So again, she has mature, oily skin, and you'll see how it held up on her after 6 hours. So I'll show that video at the very end of this one. But looks good, you guys. I really like it. I mean, it's not covering up a lot of my scars, and I have a couple new blemishes, but honestly, my skin has been acting so good through this quarantine because I took some time off of filming and I was able to kind of give my skin a breather, and not wearing all the makeup completely cleared up my skin. And I've been using, I'll show the product right there. It's by The Body Shop, and I absolutely love this face wash. I've actually implemented this into my skincare, my new skincare routine. Again, I've changed it up again, and I really, really like what it's doing. Of course, I have a couple hormonal breakouts going on right now, but right now all I have is just a lot of like scarring and some pores that are wanting to seep through a little bit just from that time of the month. But I really like what it's been doing to my skin. The only thing is though, with all the scarring underneath, it's just not covering it up. But like I've said, and you can check out that video, when I used concealer only, you can really just cover that part up with concealer and just really kind of just wear your foundation very, very, very light. So these serum type foundations will really work. So I'm not even gonna go in with another layer because I do feel like when you keep layering your foundation, especially when you have mature skin, you're going to start seeing it like seep into the lines, seep into the fine lines that we have going on as we age. So I'll just take the remainder of what I have on the back of my hand and finish up. But honestly, like, I think if we can keep our foundation a little less intense or a little less aggressive and not put on so many layers, we're gonna have a better wear time on the foundation. So I am going to go in with my Born This Way Too Faced concealer, because this is, to me, the best one to really like cover up those spots, and I find that it just works better. And I don't really see a drugstore equivalent out there yet. This is just an amazing, amazing concealer foundation in my book. I mean, that whole video, check that video out. I basically use this as my foundation. So I'm just gonna kind of go where I have some spots. This way, I'm not really layering on the foundation. I'm just kind of getting to those spots, and then I'll use concealer under my eye. So it doesn't even really take that much. It's $29. It's not that expensive, and you get quite a bit in this packaging. So just keep that in mind. I would not recommend using a beauty blender, because we really want to deposit the pigmentation. We want that concealer to cover up those spots. If you take a beauty blender, it's going to start pulling the product out, and you're going to go back to square one. So make sure you use some type of flat Kabuki type brush. Any brush works as long as it has like a flat head like that. I know I have that Milk Cosmetic one that they did a collaboration with Sephora during the holidays, and unfortunately, I even emailed the company, but they did not even respond to me, which was nice. But I'm just kind of putting it on my eyelids as well. They did not respond, but I was like, you guys need to bring that brush back. It is amazing. Seriously, one of the best brushes. I have a couple that I ordered from Smashbox Cosmetics that I think are gonna be very, very similar, that I've never tried, but they're still in the mail. So I'll get back to you guys on that and do a video, see if that compares, because I know a lot of you have asked me, how do I get that brush, that Milk Cosmetics brush I used in that particular video? And unfortunately, it's just not available anymore. So I'm trying to find a good, not dupe is like a more inexpensive, but just something very, very similar. Whether I pay more or less, I don't care. I just want to find something similar to that, because if I ever lost that brush, I don't know what I would do. So I'm still on the hunt for that. I know I left a few comments back to you guys letting you know I am on the hunt to find that product, to find a brush just like that one. All right. See how that just covered everything up, and I didn't have to go in with another layer of foundation. All right, let's go in with the concealer and let's see how that plays. I'm actually going to do a more affordable concealer on this video. So this is the Maybelline Age Rewind. They do have a concealer that pairs with the Age Radiant by L'Oreal. I tried it in store, even though I probably wasn't supposed to, at my local Target, and I did not like it. So I did not feel like I wanted to do the video and show you, because I don't really think it's worth it. I think I'm one of these people where I want to go with something that works, and I know this is my tried and true. I've been using it for years. It's the only drugstore concealer that I absolutely love and would compare to my high-end concealers. So we're just gonna go with that one today, and this is Neutralizer, the color. This color is pretty universal for light to medium skin tones. If you have darker skin tones, obviously it's not gonna work, but for light to medium, I feel like you can use that. You can use this color. I love this color. So we're just gonna it has more of like a yellow tone base, which I like. Sorry, you guys, I haven't filmed in a while. I've probably been covering up my face this whole time. I apologize for that. All right, so we're just gonna do our normal concealer routine. I'm gonna try to keep this one as quick as possible. And then I am going to go in with my Milk Cosmetics brush, because that's the way I like to do my concealer these days. But see how beautiful this concealer is? Oh my goodness, this is like, I honestly can compare this one to my Tarte Shade Tape, or even my Christian Dior one that I have been using nonstop, by the way. I just love the Christian Dior one. I'm gonna do a very like, just kind of natural look today, because you know, it's quarantine, we're not really going anywhere. So I thought, you know what, why get all full glam? And let's just be honest, all of us are kind of not really doing much to ourselves right now, so. But you gotta put on a little bit to make yourself feel pretty. My cousin said it well. She gets up every morning, even though she's working from home, she gets up every morning at her normal time that she would get up for work, and she gets full on ready as if she was gonna go into the office. And she said that that helps her stay in a routine. And I think that's a really, really good thing to do, especially if you do go in for an office job, you know, because eventually we're gonna get back to life and going back to work. And I think it's a good idea to, and it helps you like feel good about yourself, still feel pretty, kind of gets us out of that rut of just doing nothing with our skin or ourselves. And trust me, look at these roots. Whew, we all need to get our hair done, our nails done. I've been painting my own nails. By the way, this color is so beautiful. I'll show you guys. This is, you can use my link below. This is from Essie. I got it at Target. They also sell it at Ulta, so I'll put both links below. Please use my links, you guys. I do get some sort of kickback from it, so I do appreciate when you guys use the links. And I try to put in all the stores that you would possibly shop at. So you can just choose one of them, whether you shop at Ulta, Sephora, Target, Nordstrom's, wherever you like to buy. I'm gonna put in all the links so you can just go to the link of the store of your choice. But I love this. It's called Birthday Girl. It's so cute. It's like a really pretty soft pink with like a goldish glitter in it. It's so gorgeous. You guys know my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder is my ultimate favorite makeup product. I cannot live without it. It is my HG, my holy grail. But I have been reading a lot of blogs lately because, you know, we have so much time on our hands. And this number 7 is supposed to be a dead-on dupe for this Charlotte Tilbury. I think I read it in a Lore article. This just kept popping up as number 1, and I'm like, what? This is just at your local Target or Ulta. Let me get a scissor. And it's $12.99, I believe. I'll put it down there and I'll link it below as well. But I mean, Charlotte Tilbury's almost $50. It's like 45 something. So for $12.99, if this is an exact dupe, I am going to be shocked because I didn't think there could be a dupe to it. So this is the number 7. This is Charlotte Tilbury. Let's put this to the test today. It's pretty, like the packaging looks very high end. It kind of reminds me of like a Pure Minerals type packaging a little bit. Okay, so this is quite a bit light relative to my Charlotte T. More on the, I want to say my Charlotte T is more on the warmer side and number 7 is more on the cool tone side. But bear in mind, they are translucent powders. So, you know, it's not gonna be like using a foundation or anything like that. So we'll see. And I'm gonna use it under my eyes. Comes with a nice, beautiful mirror. It's really pretty. So let's just see if this works. I don't know. Let's take my Tati Blendiful, I must say beautiful, Blendiful, and we're going to just kind of do it how I would do like my Bobbi Brown one under my eye and just see if it works. So the beauty of the Charlotte Tilbury powder is it is so finely milled that it looks airbrushed on your skin. It's absolutely beautiful. So this is supposed to be, if not, I've heard even better on your pores. So we'll see. I'm gonna kind of just tap it on my face. So you see how light it is in the packaging. As you can tell, it's a translucent powder still. So it's not showing up too light on my skin. All right, let's go to this side. And you can do this with a brush and get less pigmentation too. So you can take like, I love this Sephora one for it. This is always on sale too, this Sephora Pro one. This is the number 90 brush. Number 90, and you can always get this one on sale. It has a very fluffy, soft head. So you can even take that Sephora brush and kind of go like this too. So it just depends on how you like to do it. You can even take a beauty blender or a sponge, any kind of makeup sponge. Let's just put it all over the face and let's just see. Let's see if it really does give me my Charlotte Tilbury airbrush finish. I don't know. It's nice, don't get me wrong. If you don't want to spend $45 on Charlotte Tilbury, this number 7 one is pretty good. Is it better than Charlotte Tilbury? I don't think so, but we'll see. We'll see how it wears throughout the day too. see if my skin reacts to it. But yeah, it's nice. I'm not even gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury one today though, because I really want to see how it wears throughout the day on its own. So yeah, it's not bad. I don't know if I love it, but it's not bad. Okay, I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup off camera, and then I'm gonna come back with my final thoughts, wrap this up, and then show you guys how it wears throughout the day. So I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so this is how the look came together. All in all, I'm okay about it. I'm not like, oh my goodness, this is the best thing ever. Again, I'm gonna do an 8-hour wear test, so you'll get to kind of see how it performs throughout the kind of somewhat sunny day. I'm gonna run some errands, but I don't know what to say about it. I don't know if I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna go out and buy another bottle. I don't think I will. I mean, it's okay. That's all I can say. I'm just not a big drugstore foundation person. I have yet to find one that has just really knocked my socks off. And I hate to say that because I know people like to have more affordable products, but honestly, in my opinion, if I'm just being completely transparent, I feel like, you know, whether it's middle range or high range, sometimes the more money you put out, the better is going to lie on your skin. I felt like when I was in my 20s, any foundation worked. But as I get older and I'm over 40 now, I'm 42, I feel like I do have to kind of spend the money to make myself feel like I'm, you know, putting something on that's not negatively impacting my skin, that's not, you know, drawing out the wrinkles or the fine lines, and not, you know, just, again, negatively impacting it as far as like my sensitive skin and breaking out and stuff like that. It's just I have to really, really think about those things before I just go out and buy any foundation. So are there products out there if you have normal skin and you don't react to anything? Yes, there's great affordable products out there that, you know, apply beautifully, but I still feel like even in that middle range, you're still gonna find better foundations. So $12.99 or $13.99, I'll put the price right there, is not bad, but it's not something that I would probably go to every day, to be honest. I might mix this and just use up what I have. Obviously, I need to exchange it actually because I didn't get the right color. This was way too light for me. I had to really go in there and stick in some of that darker Armani color to kind of offset it and really bronze up to kind of bring the look together. But you know, it didn't turn out terrible, so that's a good sign. I just don't feel like it's my favorite thing ever, and that's something I'll reach for. I actually would rather, if I'm gonna go for a lighter foundation look, I would rather use my J-Cat Aquassurance. This is one product that is, what, 10 bucks, and it's extremely good. I mean, really good. It can compare to like my Makeup Forever poreless foundation powder, which I still think is absolutely amazing too. I would say that they can kind of like go hand in hand. They're both very, very, very beautiful. I actually ended up putting some of this on off camera just to kind of like just bring the look together in what I would like, the look I like together. But you'll see at the end of the day how my opinion is and how my cousin actually, how it wore on her skin and her oily skin. So you'll see the differences. I think we're gonna have different opinions on it. So stay tuned for that portion of the video. But all in all, I'm just kind of like, I'm about it. Not overly excited. So go out and try it. You guys, again, it's all relative. It just depends on your preference and how it lies on your skin, because everybody's skin is different. So just keep that in mind. I did finish up with just my normal routine, like my, actually I used my Fenty bronzer today, and I did use the Arches and Halo eyebrow pencil, which I will say is not better, but pretty comparable to my Benefit Precisely My Brow. This is still my ultimate favorite eyebrow pencil, the Precisely My Brow. It just really gets there and defines your brows like no other. But I would actually take this Arches and Halo over my Anastasia one. I think this is an amazing brand. I'll put the link below. This is neutral brown. I think this is the perfect color for girls like me who are kind of blonde or light brown hair that are not normally blonde, and we still have darker brows. It really neutralizes that brown and really ties in good with blonde hair as well. So this is a phenomenal product for the price. It's $12.99 at Target. You can use your 5% off discount when you use your Target Red card. So honestly, you guys, this is a phenomenal product. I have to really, really give props to that. And I, again, love the Maybelline Age Rewind. Is it my favorite concealer? No. Again, I prefer my Tarte Shape Tape, my Christian Dior. I have a couple new concealers I'm trying out, which I'm so excited, so stay tuned for those. Armani just came out with one. Pat McGrath launched one earlier this year, so I do have both of those in my possession. I will be putting out those videos shortly, so stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I did want to do an affordable drugstore foundation for mature skin, so I accomplished that. I don't know how I particularly loved it, but we'll see at the end of the day how I like it, and maybe it might just like wear so beautifully I might fall in love with it. Who knows? And maybe if I get the right color, that might help too. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell so you don't miss a video, and I'll see you on the next. Thanks guys, bye.
Hey guys, so this is about 8 hours into wearing this foundation. I like it. It's okay. I mean, I'll pull in closer. It's, you know, you can still see like my imperfections peeping through. This is natural daylight. This is just my camera. There's my phone camera. There's not even any bright lights. I mean, the sun's going down here in SoCal. I've literally just been running all over the place doing errands with a mask on. So actually with having the mask on, it didn't like really mess up anything. So I don't feel like it's terrible. I just don't love it. And if I can find a foundation drugstore affordable that I love, I would be more than open to trying it. So comment below if you know of any. I do have dry, mature skin, so I'm going to roll into the next video with my cousin who has oily, mature skin, and she's gonna give you her feedback on it. I was with her, I did film it with her, and I thought it'd be really fun to do that and kind of show you guys a different perspective of somebody else's skin type besides mine. But yeah, I mean, I don't feel like, I feel like it does the normal things that most foundations do. So I don't feel like it was anything spectacular, but I also don't absolutely love it. So I guess my final verdict is it's meh. It's meh. Would I repurchase it again? No, I probably wouldn't. The number 7 powder, I don't feel like it compares to Charlotte Tilbury at all. Like, I just don't think it can even come close to that. That powder is just a miracle in a compact. Yes, it's expensive, but it lasts 3 months. So break that up at $45 into 3 months. So this one is only the number 7. If you're on a budget and you don't want to spend that much, it's a good powder. It's just not that Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless powder. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys an 8-hour wear test update, not under my lights, so you can actually see how this product wears. Thank you again for watching. I'm going to roll over into my cousin's video, and I'll see you on the next. Bye, guys.
So this is 6 hours into the wear of my L'Oreal Age Perfect. I have mature oily skin, and so far I like it. It is light coverage for me. I had to apply it twice using my fingers because the first time I used a Morphe sponge and I just noticed that it wasn't setting into my skin. And I went in with a second application to help cover up any areas that didn't get full coverage, which are usually right here on my cheeks. It doesn't really feel like you have foundation on. It wears really good. Usually the foundation will start to separate and then you can see, or it'll go into my lines. I guess that's the good point is it doesn't feel cakey, so you can use it on the weekend. At my age, I notice I have to change my foundations so that my face doesn't get used to the same thing, and I like certain types of coverage for certain days.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll have to keep you guys updated. Thank you so much for doing this, Sissy. And, you know, we wanted to kind of show the difference between oily skin and my skin being dry and how good this foundation could be for such an affordable cost. Would you go out and buy it? That's the question.
Definitely.
Okay. Awesome.
Definitely. To wear as an everyday, not having to worry about foundation where, you know, where I have to go, or even just for the price. It's worth the price to go out and buy it and use it as an everyday. Like I said, if you have somewhere to go,
fancy,
then, somewhere fancy, then maybe step it up with the more expensive foundations.
Yeah.
Or depending on the weather, what your skin is going through for that day, because that also makes a big difference in women.
I agree. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
You better turn up. You better be there when I shake. Watch me rocking if I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead. Go and catch me, baby.